morning. Have we got our coffee? Are we good? Are we cozy? Happy Sunday. Got the coffee rolling. Oh, thank you, Team Gert. Thank you for the condolences. I appreciate that. Thank you. For those of you that missed it, we lost our uncle last week, so we had a little like a funeral and as much as you can do during this time, and thank you. Hi, Christine. Oh, hey. Oh, this is funny. This one doesn't usually come out right away. Say good morning, Mr. Hannum. Thank you. Say good morning. Good morning, my little tiger Hannum. He's not usually the one that comes over right away. Oh, good morning, everyone. Hey, Jan. Hey, Norman. Thank you. Hi, Laura. Team Kirk, time to get comfy. Yeah, I hope you guys are cozy. It's Sunday morning. This is our time to... Hi, Hope. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Cheryl. To have our time together. Hi, Ms. Randall. How's it going? Hello, Jeanette. Get cozy, get our drink. If you're doing something else and hi, Margaret, and you're listening to me while you're folding laundry, that's cool. Or if you're sitting here giving your undivided attention, whatever works for you, I'm happy you're here. Hi, Sandra. Oh, cozy under the covers with my happy juice. Perfect. Today, as you know, we are discussing, it's kind of crazy, huh? We are discussing I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, Chapter 4, Conscious Spending. Oh, Nadine, everybody say welcome, Nadine. Welcome to the channel. We're so glad. Hey, Jude, yes, you've caught me live. I'm so glad you're here. You guys, Chapter 4, I feel like we have a ton to talk about. Hi, Denise May. Conscious spending. So it was funny, of course, when I started reading this chapter, I was like, I wanted to take my beef to the streets, aka social media, when I first started reading it because, well, I'll tell you what, I was kind of triggered at first, but I knew it was coming because I'd watched an interview with him and Joshua Fields Milburn on The Minimalist. So I already kind of knew that he was anti-budget. But we're going to get through that because I honestly feel like it's a different approach to a budget, and it's called something else to make people more comfortable, / the attitude toward it is a little different. So I'm looking forward to discussing it and see what you guys think, because I'm wondering like if his perspective might help us in some ways too. You guys know that one of my things is I'm trying to not be so, not conscious, that's not the word. I was gonna say self-conscious. It's not really that. I don't want to be so scared of spending money because I'm a saver and I've been trained to save, and I'm liking how he is like kind of pushing the other way. Like, yes, you still need to save, but you also can spend, and here's how. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a little bit, you guys know I'm like a Dave Ramsey initial follower, and that's kind of like my mindset. So he's just like pushing us the other way slightly, but not into craziness, That's what I was kind of feeling like, okay, this helps. So the first things that I was kind of like, all right, so this is where I was triggered initially, but I'm fine after I kept reading. Like when I first read it, I was like, what is the K-Squad gonna think about this? And then I was like, oh, you know what? Kate, calm down. We're getting there. So what he says is, let me just tell you like where I was first like, ew. But then again, I'm past it now. He said, I'm going to help you redirect it to the places you choose, like investing, savings, even spending more on the things you love. but less on the things you don't. But actually, you guys know that's what we talk about on this channel all the time. What do I always say? You can have anything you want, but you have to be willing to spend on the things that you value and less on the things that you don't. So I'm completely in alignment with that. He goes, wait, before you run away, thinking this is a chapter on creating a budget, hang on a second. This isn't about creating a fancy budget and you'll have to maintain every day for the rest of your life. He says, I hate budgeting. Budgeting is the worst word in the history of the world. Obviously, you guys know I completely disagree about the word. I love a budget. I think it's freeing. I think it's a plan for the future. I think it's awesome. And honestly, without one, I wouldn't have this channel. I wouldn't probably have my house. I wouldn't have savings. I wouldn't have an emergency fund. Like if I had not budgeted, I'd be in a different place. So again, his phrasing of stuff is a little different. Anyway, so he wrote, create a budget is again, I hate even reading it, but I just want you to know like where he's coming from, okay? He says, create a budget is the sort of worthless advice that personal finance pundits feel good prescribing. Yet, when real people read about making a budget, their eyes glaze over. I know this to be true for some people, but I mean, you watching? Can you guys just let me know if you have a budget in the comments real quick? Who has a budget? Team Gert, why are you saying he's here? Is he here? Ooh, Margaret, you just named that. That is awesome. Thank you for becoming a member, Margaret. You have a budget. Yes, of course. Yes. Oh, you're trying to make me nervous. Okay. Budget. So we all have a budget. So in our experience, we have a budget that works for us. So when I'm reading this at first, I'm like, I'm not one of those people that budget makes me uncomfortable, but some people it does. I know it does because we've talked about it, some of us. Okay. He says, who wants to track their spending? I do. The people who actually try it find that their budgets completely fail after 2 days because tracking every penny is overwhelming. Amusingly, in 2015 survey by Bankrate, 82% of Americans said they have a budget, which is complete nonsense. Just look at the people around you right now. Do you think 8 out of every 10 have a budget? I doubt 8 out of 10 even. No, I'm not going to read that. Never mind. Fast forward, he wrote, for the last 50 plus years, budgeting has been the battleground for snobby personal finance writers who've tried to shove a daily tracking system down everyone's throat because it sounds logical. There's only one catch. Nobody ever does it, in big letters. Again, I think they do. I think we do. Most people wouldn't know where to start if I told them to stop spending and start saving. I might as well try to convince an Ankylosaurus to dance a jig. Okay, so let me fast forward. So at first when I'm reading this chapter, I'm like, oh gosh. But then, this is what I'm gonna do. Remember last time I fast forwarded to the end to tell us what he's talking about, like the end result. And I like that he does this. He does like a recap of what is supposed to happen during this time. Yeah, Laura, I don't find it overwhelming either. Right? Oh, you saved a lot since December thanks to your budget. Right. Okay. So he talks about instead of the lesson, there's many things he's trying to communicate to us, but he's saying instead of a budget, what he has is a conscious spending plan. And so what he says is for action steps, this is week 4. Good morning, Debbie. He says, get your paycheck, determine what you've been spending, and figure out what your conscious spending plan should look like. He said, take about 30 minutes. Do this now and don't overthink it. Just break your take-home income into chunks of fixed costs. 50 to 60% for your home costs, Long-term investments, 10%. Short-term savings goals, 5 to 10%. And guilt-free spending, this one might shock us a little, 20 to 35%. How does it fit? Human in training, I am a super budget nerd. I even budget my super chats. Oh, well, I really, really appreciate you incorporating me into your super chat. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, that was so kind. Thank you. Okay, number 2. Oh, so it says, how does it fit? So that, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Number 2, optimize your spending. Should take about 2 hours. Dig deeper into your savings goals and monthly fixed costs. Try the a la carte method. How much does your insurance actually cost? Can you improve on that? How much will you spend for Christmas gifts and vacation this year? Break these expenses down into monthly chunks and recalculate your plan. Number 3, pick your big wins. Should take about 5 hours. Open an account at You Need a Budget, the irony, or Personal Capital. Assuming you want to cut your spending by $200 a month, what 1 or 2 big wins will you target? Start using the envelope system as an option. You guys know I don't use the envelope system, but many do. Number 4, maintain your conscious spending plan 1 hour per week. Enter any cash receipts into your system each week. Tweak the percentages you send to each part of your spending plan. We'll cover this in detail in the next chapter next week. And most important, make sure your system is realistic enough that you'll stick with it for the long term. Okay, so I've written some notes down primarily about, a lot of us like knowing percentages, like what percentage of this should we put in our budget? Oh, hey, Catherine, you made it to your first live show. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Nature Girl. Yes, if you guys, when you check in, if you hit that like button, I appreciate it. Just puts out the vibe that somebody's watching the video and they like it. Thank you. Okay. So I was doing a little bit deeper dig for him because I was reading the book, of course, but I like listening to people talk. Like when we read Essentialism, I also watched some videos from the author to hear it out of his mouth. For some reason, that makes me connect a little bit more. So I was watching a couple brief little clips from the author on YouTube, of course, and when he's talking about his conscious spending plan, one of the things that he really is trying to focus on is instead of looking backward, looking forward. One of the exercises he encourages you to do is make a list. So you just get out a piece of paper and you write think, want, and do. And he encourages you to write out the categories that we're talking about, like household, fixed expenses, investments, savings, guilt-free spending. Write down what you think you're spending in each category. That's the first thing. The second thing he says to write, what do you want to be spending in these categories? And the last thing is, what are you actually spending in these categories, to kind of give like a baseline of like, what do we think we're doing? What do we want our future to look like? And then what are we actually doing right now? And then trying to bridge the gap and figure out where you can strategically spend differently so you get the life that you want. Oh, Crooked Biden 97, thank you so much for your loyalty membership. I appreciate that. Guys, if you want to do that, join the membership. It's $1.99. You get a cool color, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Okay, so this is interesting because I really feel, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what Dave Ramsey's percentages are. I mean, I think it obviously varies depending on your income, etc., and your financial goals. But what Ramit suggests, okay, is to spend 50 to 60% of your income on fixed expenses. This would be your rent or your mortgage, your utilities, the stuff that has to be every month. And of course, trying to get everything as low as possible, but that's 50 to 60% with that. Then he recommends 10% toward investments, which would be like long-term, like your retirement funds. He recommends about 10. We all know, if you follow Dave Ramsey, he recommends more toward 15. For short-term goals, and what Ramit suggests or is talking about when he's talking about short-term goals, he's talking about saving for like a down payment on a house. He has gifts in this category. If you've got a wedding coming up, birthdays, all that stuff, gifts, vacations, like that kind of stuff, and like short term. And he recommends 5 to 10% being saved for that. And lastly, 20 to 35% on guilt-free spending. What do we think of this? I was like, all right, so I went ahead and I looked at my own budget. As you guys know, I budget in everydollar.com, so I was looking at the percentages. Like right now, see, I feel like I'm kind of the flip-flop where it comes to okay, my household, like my fixed expenses, it is around that range that he suggests, 50 to 60 for utilities, house, all the fixed things. But I also include food in there, and it wasn't clear to me where he put food. Did you guys notice where he puts his food budget? Because really, for me, food isn't fixed, but I consider it essential. And as you guys know, the way I feel like I'm gonna give you too much confusing information. But the way I budget, my food is in my household because it's essential for living. A lot of other people don't do that. But, did you guys catch it? Where did he say the food goes? Did he mention that? I can't remember. Coffee. So, okay, so my 50 to 60% for me personally, that's about right for my fixed expenses. Investments is about right also because I do my 401k and also the Roth IRA that I've contributed with. That's probably around, I told you no, mine's actually closer to 17%, I think, between 15 and 20. Short-term goal, okay, so my savings and the guilt-free spending, I have flip-flopped. I try to save currently, and I don't know, this is, you can't find the $1.99? Team Gert, I don't know if you can see it on the phone. I don't know, guys, is there the option for that membership on the phone? I know when I look on my desktop, there's a join button right next to the subscribe button. I don't know if it's on the phone version. So I flip-flop my guilt-free spending, my savings. I'm more trying to save between the 20 and 30%, and then my guilt-free spending is more like down toward the like 10, like the lower thing, 10 to 20 maybe-ish. And it's kind of making me think, how shall I approach this going forward? Do I keep it the same? You guys know my big debt is my house now, and do I want to attack it? We just talked about that in a video just recently. But his kind of philosophy, no button for join on the phone for join. Darn, if you guys have a desktop version available by any chance and you're interested, please go on your desktop. I apologize, it's not on the phone. That's a bummer. Join is in blue by the subscribe. Is that on the phone? With Android under description, Team Gert. Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's $1.99, the cost of a candy bar. It just helps support the channel if you like coming here. Thank you. You did join on the phone. Okay, there's got to be a button there. All right. So, guys, what do you think? Mine too, in blue on the Android. I have an iPhone, though. Does anybody see it on the iPhone? Team Gert, what kind of phone do you have? And then just curious, do any of you, I have an Apple too. Do any of you guys do the envelope system? Denise, thank you so much. I don't do the envelope system. For me, I need it digitally tracked. I worry money's gonna fall out. I worry I'm gonna get distracted, not recorded appropriately. So I use my debit for most things to make sure I see it. I can't, the envelope stresses me out. No. Oh, Shabera, iPhone, I see a $sign on the right. Okay, maybe that's that. TC Life, you do envelope for some things. Laura does sinking funds in her envelopes. Rachel says not anymore. Luna Goddess, hi, you use debit card, me too. Spreadsheet for Terry. You can on the iPhone, it's under want to support the channel. Thank you. If anybody wants to join the membership, like I said, it's $1.99 a month, and it's just I appreciate it. Thank you for being a member. All of those that are members already, thank you so much. I only envelope for grocery and sinking funds. No envelope for Shabera. No envelopes for Angelica. Cash is not the cleanest either, says Michelle. Debit, no envelopes. Love sinking funds. Hi, Nova. The way this author describes his money tacking is just still a form of budgeting, though. I know, that's what I feel like too. And Josh on the minimalist, he called him out on it. He's like, honestly, Ramit, I just feel like you're saying budgeting, but in a different way. And he was like, it might be similar. He goes, but there's a vast difference, and he gives the reasons why. But it really, to me, again, it's like when I did that video, is Willow in here today? She's not in here. I talked about having a money map, which is another word for budget, but she preferred money map because it just didn't, some people don't respond well to the word budget. Oh my God, Team Gert said he lost his envelopes once. It was $2,000 in the trash. That is exactly what I worry about. Good morning, Helter Skelter. Joanne does envelopes only for groceries and put leftover dollars onto my car loan. Cool. Nova says afraid of doing envelopes too, afraid of losing it. Oh, Nature Girl says become a member is the way that you can do it on the phone. Where do you guys put stuff like monthly prescriptions or pets? Christine, for my monthly prescriptions, because for me, they're essential. I have asthma. I don't know if you guys know that. So my inhalers go under my fixed expenses because I need my inhalers. So that actually goes under household for me because it's a fixed expense. Again, for me, you guys, my household or family budget is like my mortgage. If I had a car payment, it would be that, but I don't have that because I paid off my car. My food, my electricity, my gas for the car insurance, which I pay every 6 months. So that's coming up in May. I've got to budget that. Oh, guys, I'm going to do a video on setting up your budget for the following month. Are you interested in that? All the things that I think about when I'm setting up my budget for the next month. I was thinking about doing that either for Frugal Friday or for Pajama Drama. Do you guys want that? Like how I set up my budget and like what are the things to remember? Or just ideas, like budget ideas? Oh, good, Jan. That's what I'll do. Oh, can we just go off track for just 1 second? I'm not sure if I want to do it for Pajama Drama or for Frugal Friday. Is there anything else you guys really need right now that would be helpful to you this coming week? Because you guys know I film when we hang up. I go film. So I definitely want to do one setting up the budget. And if you followed me for a long time, there was a little while where I was doing those monthly budget reminders. And then when COVID hit, it just felt like every month was the same, even though it wasn't. I just kind of went away from it, but I want to get back into it now because things are opening up and things are kind of changing again. Is there any other thing that you're really into right now or would love to watch a video on my thoughts on that would be useful to you? Okay, yeah, definitely going to do that. Shabera, you're trying to pay down debt. Way to go. Ooh, you got 2 cards done. Way to go. I'm newer, so where to put stuff in categories. Okay, Kim. I'll definitely talk about that. I switched to delivery medication instead of pharmacy. It saves me a lot. $200 a month. What? $200 a month, Nature Girl? That is a great savings. Saving for a house in this crazy market. Oh, Rachel. Rachel, have you seen my playlist, my video on all things related to house? Because I think there'd be some great info in there for you. Trying to pay off a car loan. I've done that too. Yes, my friends. Love broad categories for budget. Easiest way for those of us struggling who struggle categorizing. You know what? I think that's a great topic because the way you categorize your budget is very personal, and I love hearing how people do it because you might listen to me and go, oh, Kate, that makes sense because I only have 4 budget categories, but some of you are like, that's not enough, that doesn't work for me, you need more. So that is a good topic to discuss, like which way you can go with that. Christine said, Kim, I think she has whole videos on this. Yes, please. So, yes. Kim, was it Kim that just asked about the car payment thing? Or whoever just asked about the car payment? I have 2 videos. If you type in Kaden, how I saved $20,000, you're going to get part 1 and part 2. One is talking about decreasing expenses. One is talking about making more money and how I recommend both, really. Oh, I got to go back here. A house is my goal. Yeah, Rachel. Okay, I'll check those out this afternoon. Oh, this is your first book club, Rachel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you're like, oh gosh, there's so much more. There's so much more if you go through my playlist. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, Buns he's into, oh, Buns, they're all saying good morning. He's crying, although I fed him twice already. What more could you need, baby? What more could you need? You just need the love. I'm not paying attention to you. I understand. He's a cat, but he's kind of like a dog. He's like my dog cat. Hi, Tony DeLuca. How are you? Good idea, Kathy. I'm specific, but each person needs to do what works. Yeah. Kate asked what video you like to see. Oh, okay. I have at least 20. Morning buns. Free vacations? Kate, here it's a drive to the Lake Michigan. Yay, Kate, I'm glad you like idea on on categorize. Kathy, so you need help with where to put stuff, categorizing. And I know people do it so many different ways. I've also seen a lot of people that budget each paycheck. I've been noticing there's a trend of people talking about that lately. And I'm just I watch because I'm like, okay, could that ever work for me? I still prefer the monthly, but Kate, could you share your concerns why you're not sharing your income numbers? Where I'm from, even family, could you share your concerns why you are not sharing your income numbers? Where I am from in Germany, even family members don't tell you their income. Here, the reason I don't share my specific numbers is out of respect for my place of employment. Every place around here, people don't, employers don't really, not that I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but they're not really comfortable when you're sharing what you make with other people. And I do have colleagues that watch my channel, so I don't do that. And then also, I really love watching channels that show their specific numbers, but for me personally, I don't know how to say this, but as a single mom, as a person, I don't want to give every single number away because there's just a little extra level of privacy as much as I share with you, I try to share as much as I possibly can, but I'm not comfortable with sharing my exact numbers. It's just a personal preference. I hope you guys understand that, right? You know, like I try to share as much as I can, but like giving you my exact ones, out of respect for my employer and all that. I share my YouTube income very often. That one I don't feel is weird about. I actually had done a video a while back on how much I had made, like I think in 2019, but I don't want to give my exact everything. It's just, I just have that one level of boundaries, if you will, you know. But I want to share as much as I can so that it's not taboo. Oh, Ramona, thank you for the super chat. She wrote, hey, you. Thank you so much. I like that cool little sticker. He's doing a little dance. Thank you, Ramona. Appreciate that. Okay, did I miss anything else? Okay, Angelica, I hope that helped. I get too overwhelmed with too many categories. Once I simplified, it was much better. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Margaret, you have a lot of staycations. That's amazing. Walgreens is the most expensive pharmacy. I use CVS. Oh, Kim, you're in Michigan too? Thank you, Rachel. She loves my positive energy. Your advice rocks. Thank you. Yeah, staycations rock. I love staycations. I don't really do anything vacation-y. I do plan on doing something this coming fall, but right now I just don't go anywhere. Oh, so Simply Tammy, you do each paycheck and you find it much easier. Tammy, how many paychecks do you get a month? I'm curious. Are you I don't know if I told you guys this. When I switched to this new job, we get paid every week. That's never happened to me in my life. I've always been 2 times a month. Yeah. Oh, Michelle says, don't share too much. Income is so personal. Of course, I wouldn't want to share mine either. Okay. Totally understand. Appreciate the information that you do share. Thank you, Melissa T. I don't totally understand income. Okay. Totally. I don't put that out for either. Kathy, I feel the same way. I agree with you. No one's business but your salary. It's discussing what you're like in bed. Norman. That's for them to find out later. That's funny. The budget saving method are applicable for all numbers. I think it's safer in 2 share. Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth, the $199 membership, if you guys see anybody with that like cool little insignia, that little badge, it's just saying that you are, you're a member to my channel, you support my channel. It's just kind of like, almost like a way of like tipping me, being committed to just hanging out with us. And it's a way to support the channel that I much appreciate. Like I said, it's $1.99. I think we receive, I think YouTube maybe takes 30%. So we're probably getting, you know, $1 something every time someone does that, but it adds up and I appreciate it. And it's just a way of saying like, hey, Kate, thanks for all this free content. So thank you so much. Oh, you do budget by paycheck. Nadine does paycheck. Debbie, I think Debbie does paycheck. Is it she does that? I know the budget mom, I think she does pay each paycheck. You get paid bi-weekly? Bi-weekly? Laura gets paid every Friday. It adds a bit of beauty to the weekend. That is nice. The week we get paid on like Wednesdays. Thank you, Christine. Weekly pay is awesome. You pay less in taxes. Oh, really? I never even thought of that. Let's see if you have... Oh, okay. She said, Nature Girl for the prescription said, call your health insurance and see if you have Express Scripts or delivery. I was paying $50 per pump via CVS. I switched to ES and pay $25 for 3. Holy moly, that's some savings. Yeah. Oh, Team Gert, the animal one. Oh, bi-weekly as well for Rachel. And Debbie does each paycheck bi-weekly here. I'm paid monthly on the 1st, makes for a long month. Oh, Barbara, yeah. You get paid monthly just on the 1st, just once a month. I'm twice a month, but each paycheck is different as it's part salary and part commission. Yeah. So Deborah, in that case, do you budget? I've never really had a super like fluctuating paycheck where it was like drastic. So what I always recommend for people that have like paychecks that are really up and down is to always just budget for the lowest amount possible that you think you might get. And then if you get more, allocate it appropriately, but plan for worst case scenarios, what I suggest. Not that anyone was asking. All right, so guys, what are you thinking about Ramit's conscious spending plan? Does this make sense to you? Do you like his percentages? Is it similar to what you already do? I do like the concept, of course, of spending enjoyably, I would say, on things that you really want to spend it on, and then cutting the stuff relentlessly that doesn't matter. I obviously agree with that 100%. I budget my paycheck. I like that method. It works for me. I have a full-time income and a part-time job, so get a paycheck each week. I also have a master budget for all my bills, including food and gas. Awesome. Laura wants to go to Greece. When I go to Greece, I buy inhalers and antibiotics from the pharmacy. We have to get prescriptions in England and nearly, oh, wow. Kim says, I think his carefree spending would be too high for me. That's what I felt like. Or, I mean, would I like to do that in theory? Sure. But I don't think it's, I want to save and I want to pay off my house. I guess that's a thing I really want to work on. TC's Life says, it's a good plan to start with and tweak as you grow with your budgeting. Totally. I think that's true too. Oh, that's good to know, Melissa T. Donna says she likes the chart, cheap people versus conscious spending. Let me look at that real quick and give you a couple examples. I did see that. So on page 131, if anyone's got the book, it says there's like a cheap column and then conscious. And so a couple examples are cheap people care about the cost of something. Conscious spenders care about the value of something. Yeah. Cheap people keep a running tally of how much their friends, family, and coworkers owe them. Some conscious spenders do this too, but certainly not all. Cheap people think short term. Conscious spenders think long term. When I was watching his video online, he was talking about he has like an older MacBook Air, like 2000, I can't remember what year it was, but it's quite older, but it was very quality. He bought a very quality computer that's going to last him for a long time. Kate, can you do a video on saying no? Telling friends and family to just back off. I'm on a different path than most of people I know. Sometimes it feels like an island. Ramona, I totally know what you're talking about, and I feel like I have a couple videos on that actually. I cannot remember what they're called. Can anybody help? I feel like I've talked about saying no several times and how to like no, and how to like exactly how to like let your family and friends and family know like you're on a different page. And it's nice to be polite and listen to what they say, but Ramona, feel no pressure about it because you're on your own path. Jan just spent some of her mad crazy money allowance on me. Thank you so much, Jan. So guys, did you just watch my fun money video this past Monday? I mentioned Jan in the video because she has what she calls mad crazy money, which is kind of like the guilt-free spending, and she can spend it on whatever she wants, and I love that. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate you. Oh, Kathy, love carefree spending part. Have to make more if bills paid, etc., to create memories. That means spending some time, but doing it with planning. Totally. What's the name of this book? can you put an ISBN number so I pick it up? Oh, it's in the description. If you look at the description of this video, you can click on it and it will be there. No is a complete sentence, yes. Oh, is Helter Skelter gotta go? Oh, bye Helter Skelter. See you next time. By the way, Chantel is normally in here with us, and she had emailed me earlier saying she wasn't gonna make it. So Chantel, we miss you. Say no and don't go into detail why. Oh, I love that, Donna. Guys, I love that. A lot of you are really good at no. We've talked about this several times. Was it Ramona that we were just talking about it? Ramona, some of these K-Squad members have it nailed down to a science, like, because they're just like so good. I had a video on saying no, and I don't know so sometimes after a long time, if a video didn't quite get like a lot of views, or like I don't know if it's as relevant to the K-Squad, I might put it on private setting. I have a video, and the video, there's like an eyeball, like one eyeball open and one, and it says, I think it's how to say no. I'll go back and check and see if it's hidden, and if it's hidden, I'll put it back out there so you can watch it, because that was like the whole video, how to say no. Your boss is trying to talk you out of retiring. So tired of it? Oh my gosh, tell them to back off. You're getting out of there. Your essentialism book recommended was spot on. How to say no. Loving that book. Oh, I love it too, Melissa T. I loved that book. Oh yeah, Donna, that's so weird. I mean, I wonder if your boss is trying to flatter you by saying like, no, don't go, we want you to stay. But if they're actually putting like pressure when you're like mind and heart and finances are all set on, you might leave early. Like that's kind of weird if your employer is kind of pressuring you, like not on a friendly, don't go, we love you kind of way. Itsy Bitsy, you've been jobless since 1 year now, huh? What kind of stuff do you do for work, or were you doing for work? I think you talk about saying no in a question. Oh, Holly, thank you. She says she thinks I talked about saying no in a Questions with Kate episode. Maybe type in Kaden Questions with Kate. I have a bunch. Have been watching you and finally following your tips and motivation. Yay, Itsy Bitsy. I hope it's helpful. They're asking you why you're retiring, Donna? Why does anybody retire? That's kind of weird. Ooh, renting a local hotel room on my birthday soon with a jacuzzi staycation. That sounds amazing. That sounds great. Team Gert, L to the nah. Yeah, so I'm thinking, like, I get what he's saying with all this. I think, again, he's trying to get us in a direction of living a rich life through, and that he also talked about at the beginning of this book, like that could be anything. Living a rich life to him at the beginning was just being able to order appetizers, because when he was younger, he never got to order appetizers, and in his mind, living rich was ordering appetizers, because that's something that his family never did. Oh, it motivated to buy a house like I did. Oh, yep. Oh, man. That's a game changer for sure. Mary, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Mary. I love that your M is purple, because I know purple is your favorite color. Thank you so much. So he was saying, like, living a rich life is getting appetizers. So I'm wondering, guys, just because I was also watching his video, what is a rich life for you? Like, and you don't have to get into like full detail, but like, what's one thing that living rich would feel like for you? Like, if you could do this thing, you would feel like you are living rich. Hi, Katie Clayton. I think I told you one of my things. I would like to be able to take my family out to dinner and let them get whatever they want and not be stressing about the bill. Get a drink, get several drinks, get appetizers, get dessert, like get the whole enchilada. It's on me and nobody's sweating it. Like that to me would feel So good, because I love my parents so much. This would include my brother also, and my son, of course. Like, I want to just go to a restaurant, quote unquote, ball out, like just get whatever you want and not be sweating it because it was in the budget and I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like that, just spoil the people I love the most in a setting like that would feel really good. Darcy, isn't that interesting? She said, I have one, but I used to think only poor people had a budget. Interesting. Right? And like, that's interesting that that's how you felt. And now you realize it could be for anyone. Gert, not crazy, especially traveling regular, retiring because you can, care less about what others have. Yeah. Not looking at the prices on the menu when deciding what to order. Yeah, Holly, that would be like, whoa. Traveling anywhere with family is when I would say I'm rich. Basic needs is not I should be worried about. Oh, like this, yep. You have a good cold game. Like that would be, living rich for me would be laser hair removal. See? So everyone's got their thing that they would really like to do. Was able to buy mother-in-law a new computer for early Mother's Day present. That's awesome, Jude. Hey, Jude. Kate, I did that for my 50th birthday and it felt amazing. Even tipped the bill. Yes. A rich life to me is bills paid and a yearly vacation without even a second thought of how the budget looks. Yeah. I wish I could help a friend's family at Christmas. I've set up a sinking fund and plan on doing that this year. They're a sweet family and struggle due to illness. Ramona, that is so thoughtful. You're planning for their Christmas. That is the sweetest. You really want to spoil them. Like, that's wonderful. Barbara, bought a house October 2020, sent retirement notice the week after I moved in. Make more in retirement than I did working because I'm not paying into my retirement. Wow, Barbara. Hi, Andrea. Feeling rich to me is being able to eat out in nice restaurants. Catherine, isn't that funny? Like that's like a common one I'm seeing now. But it is like, because you're always like, you know, you want to be smart about it. It'd be nice to just be like, get what you want. Kathy, living rich. I would be going to seashore condos each weekend whenever I want. Don't have to own it. Just have money to go and invite family. That does sound amazing. Team Gert, I just hate owning a home. I don't like that tied down feeling. 2 chairs on a patio and a few plants. Heaven. They can mow. I'll watch. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Sometimes home ownership is not what it's cracked up to be. I've had a couple of subscribers that are like, I hate owning a home. I never want to do it again. Now I just order appetizers because I can't eat that much food. Well, that's another approach, definitely. I don't care about percentages. I get paid. I tell it where to go. Bam. My splurge is expensive yarn. That's right. Donna's one of our knitters in here. Being able to help others more often. Yes, Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Itsy Bitsy says, agreed, not looking at the prices in the menu, but out of habit will still do. Yes. Whoop. Oh, thinking about moving to Key West, Team Gert? I love a dinner of appetizers. Me too, Margaret. That's a good one. Ramona, you are such a blessing. Yes. Now I want appetizers. Yes. Oh my gosh, there was so many. Are there any questions? I feel like I said, conscious spending. I feel like that's something that is... Taurus, are you new here? We are discussing this book, specifically chapter 4. We meet here every single week, and this is our book that we're working on right now, talking about conscious spending. Is there anything else that struck you as interesting in that chapter or that you wanted to just touch base on toward the end here? Ooh, just dropping stuff. I like reading other people's approaches with things because, like I said, when I first started getting out of debt and like paying off my car, that first like debt that I was attacking, I was following Dave Ramsey. That's where I had originally. What did Letty do? I missed it. Letty. Soon I will start doing a budget because everything was going toward my mortgage. Mortgage free in a couple months. Bam! That is awesome, Letty. Way to go. Itsy Bitsy says, I think like the virus has taught us conscious spending and being aware of our family's needs. Totally. It has been such a learning lesson over the last year plus for sure. Oh, Taurus, when you get a chance, maybe watch the playback. We're talking about like conscious spending is spending money on the things that are important and not spending so much on the things that are not. Like not wasting your money on the things that you don't value. Hey, Buns. All right, so I'm definitely going to talk about, I got to think about that category, how we were talking about with categories, because everyone's going to do it a little bit different. But maybe I can even incorporate that partly into when I'm talking about setting up the budget for the next month. I'm just talking. Oh, Team Gert, thank you. Oh no, earthquake last night in California? Oh my gosh, need to spend on for disaster preparedness. Oh man. Taurus 12, we're glad you're here this week. Letty, love this group. Most people don't understand why I don't buy new clothes. Yeah, Letty, we're here for you. Yeah, Letty, you are doing so great, Darcy says. Great job. So when we're just talking about clothes, you guys, he talks about one of his favorite things to spend money on is clothes. I think his wife maybe is a stylist or a designer or some sort. So he said when he started to like learn about like clothing even more, that is something he's really into, is looking nice, and he loves like talking about fabrics and like the whole thing about who created this line of clothing. Like he's very interested in that. And that was really interesting for me to listen to because I'm like, that's not something I valued. Although I kind of think I'd like to start thinking just slightly about improving my wardrobe. You guys basically know I'm in KSQUAD hoodies all the time, and I don't spend a lot of time, money, or effort onto it. But sometimes I think, should I take a little bit more time with it? I don't know. Is anybody here into clothes? Is anybody into fashion? Is anybody in this room like, that's one of my things that I do focus on? And if so, what is the appeal? Because I'm just curious. I know a lot of people that, my mom loves looking put together. And I'll tell you what though, guys, she looks fantastic. My mom is like almost 70 this year and she looks freaking great. Like she's a put together, beautiful woman. And so I'm like, where did I come from? Why am I not like that at all? My mom is like, she's got it together, man. She accessorizes. She just looks great all the time. Oh, you're in India. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, thank you, RTUFS26. Thank you. Granny Prepper. Hey, girl. Not into fashion. My rule now that I'm retired, if events require clothing other than jeans, I don't go. Kathy's like, I'm not even interested. So Tammy, that's one of your things. It's your self-care, okay? And you guys know, right? Like you guys know, no matter what you tell me that you spend a lot of money on, I don't judge it because maybe Tammy spends a ton on clothing, but doesn't spend money on going out to eat or whatever it is. Like wherever you want to spend the money, have the life you want, but just don't spend on the things that don't matter to you. Some people love traveling. They want to spend all their money on traveling. Some people don't give a hoot about traveling. They don't want to go traveling. So, you know, it depends. Nope, no, okay. I have no idea what looks good on me, which probably isn't good. You know what, Donna? I feel similarly about myself. Love clothes, need to cut back on buying them. I've got lots of clothes, but I haven't worn any of them since COVID, mainly pajamas, Laura says, right? No, love my sweats and messy bun. Bam. I have almost no clothes that fit, need to shop, yep. Maybe like put a little aside for it. My weakness is buying clothes, wigs, etc. So that's what you're into. Zero interest in fashion, though I'm French. My mom's all French. My dad's all Greek, which makes me a freak. Nope, I wear clothes because, ew. I'm becoming aware of what I like and don't. Yeah, I've never really come up with like what my look is. I do like wearing like, not skinny jeans, but like black pants, like the thinner, tighter pants, a blazer and a shirt underneath. I do like that look with like a short little boot. I do like that. Target fashion. My father always said, there's 7 days in a week and I have one neck. Why do I need more than 7, if any? I love it. Buy something you feel fantastic in. It boosts your confidence. She's a merchandiser. I'm sat way on clothes. I love how some looks put together. I'm a wannabe, but it's not natural for me. I need top easy tips on that area. I should have my mom come in and give a lesson. She's got it together. Minimal wardrobe. I used to joke being rich to me ordering guacamole without checking the price. Yeah, that does feel rich to me. Guacamole is always extra on the side, but if you're just like, give me the guac. God, I love guacamole. I had it this weekend. I had it twice this weekend. Oh. Clothes get so expensive. I'm trying to get a few staples, quality items, and keep it minimal. Full closet, nothing to wear. Nova, I know what you're saying. Totally. I have spent one last year in PJs and T. Yep. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm freaking. Buns, what? Come here. Come here. He is just like, give me all the attention right now. What is it? You come see. You come see the K-Squad. Say hey. You come see. It's embarrassing how I talk to my cat, isn't it? Do you guys talk to your cat like this too? The voice comes out. Oh, Sab, hi. Thank you. You're cleaning. Yeah, sometimes like I'm listening to people and I'm just doing my thing. Can't stand to wear makeup with a mask. It's horrible. Oh my gosh. I was putting lipstick on the other day and then I was like going somewhere and I'm like, why am I even putting lipstick on? I'm going to just put my mask on anyway. Woof. All right, guys, my stomach is telling me that this hour is coming to an end because now is time for me to make my little brunchy, lunchy, breakfast, fun, whatever, because I am getting hungry. And I feel like I really enjoyed talking about this chapter with you. Conscious spending, budgeting, all that stuff is very important, and we talk about it all the time. Next week, we're going to talk about chapters 5 and 6, which is save while you're sleeping and the myth of financial expertise. Juicy. I can't wait. Oh yeah, Valerie, I like where your head's at. Oh my gosh. All right, so guys, next week, chapter 5, chapter 6, we'll be back here. Same time, same place, same cats. Thank you so much for being here. And oh, book club, off topic, book club coffee mugs for when we chat. Rachel, I love that. I do have Kaden mugs. If you go into my description, my KSQUAD store, there are Kaden mugs, but I don't have one that specifically says book club, but that's an idea. We could do that. Oh, guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for considering joining the membership. Thank you for the super chats, all of you that sent that. Thank you for being here, participating, and like having these discussions with us each week. I have so much fun with you guys. And right now I have videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then we all meet together live on Sundays with our coffee or whatever. All right. I adore you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.